Good day, everyone, and welcome once again to the Quantum Cafe and the Interstellar Lounge with your host here, the Cosmic Messenger. I'm the Lightbody technician, Reiki Master Teacher, Aura Scanning Specialist, and Metaphysician. It's a pleasure to have everybody around today. If you are new to my channel, this is a multidimensional hub where we talk about all things multidimensional living, ascension, energy healing, star nations, any of the wild quantum happenings that happen in our realms, from ear tones to extrasensory perception to seeing through the illusions of reality and moving into our full, completed higher self, to also any of the elevated energies that we have on the planet. Maybe it's an astrological alignment, somebody speaks to the galactic central sun, all those wonderful things. Safe place to come in, chat about them, and deconstruct what it's all about. Because I mean, during this age of Aquarius that we're in the process of birthing, there is so many ascension stellar gateway cycles happening. Just feels like every week more and more of them just keep on coming. Eventually, by the time you watch this video, or maybe you'll catch it a little bit before then, depends when I finish it, we will be moving closer to the day out of time, which is July 25th in the Mayan calendar. That connects us into the moon calendar. And that one can literally feel like you're in another portal and vortex of reality where linear time goes out the door. And in addition to all of that, we also have that's kind of the initiation and the gateway, the Kickstarter into the Lionsgate portal as well. So we're a whole host of energies, and that summer solstice that we recently went through as well, and an upcoming full moon in Capricorn and July 10th as well too. These are some big unearthings that are really getting us to look at ourselves directly and see what the heck's going on. Why are we here? What is our purpose? And wanting us to become multidimensional beings once again. Because this current paradigm that we're living in will eventually transmute into new crystalline forms as we work towards building new Earth. So, that said, let's get into the video topic for today. I'm looking forward to it. I want to talk about the higher Earth star. So this is in the 5th dimensional chakra system, and it resides below our feet. About 18 inches below the Earth star chakra as well too. So we have a higher Earth star, which takes us into those next planes of existences. And it's important to keep all of our chakra centers, any of our energetic vortices, whether they're meridian lines, morphogenetic fields, our light bodies, subtle bodies, physical body, etheric body, astral body. That's a whole lot of bodies. It's important to keep them all tuned up and living harmonically so that we can get the most out of this human experience. In addition, also power up our vessel so that we're not, falling under the weather very often. Keeps our immune system tuned up, keeps us flexible, seeing with clarity, and keeps all of those healing energies moving through us so that anything happening out in the environment does not affect us on a big, profound way. Keeping the densities moved out of the field as well too. And one of those areas is connecting into the Earth Star chakra. Why I'm bringing it up today is I have a lot of clients that I work with and a lot of beings that come and say a multitude of things like, you know what, I really just don't want to be in this body. I don't really feel connected to being on the earth plane and all of the different energetics that move through it. Or this vessel is just so dense, it's not very flexible, it's hard to move it, etc., right? Or the biggest one is my foundation is being ripped upon me as I go. So that's where the Earth Star chakra can come deeply in to support us. And even though it's below the feet, right, about 18 inches, you can still feel the pulses after it's been activated. When I do a session, we're literally doing a whole giant activation around below the feet area. I use a series of tuning forks and crystals and vibrational energy work. Because even when I'm finished, we're moving it and placing it further into the body so that it installs, right? Because we're doing it a couple feet off the body, and then I push it inward, right? And we activate with, I have earth forks here as well too, and then we use, depending on the scenario, various crystals as well and vibrational elixirs to support that. I also tune my multi-wave mat to it as well too. So it's quite a sequence. And the Earth Star chakra has so many beautiful properties to it. Higher Earth Star, okay? And it connects us into everything that we experience on this planet, which is a whole host of incarnational, multidimensional experiences. So I'm going to run you through a list of some of the things that it supports and taps us into while we're working directly with this interstellar point. And when its energy is fueled, and it's feeling tuned up, and it has that oscillation going through the higher Earth star, then we're able to utilize its energy in a more vibrant way, okay? Because the whole idea with activating the Earth star chakra and getting it online more is that we're able to walk with purpose. And that's a big one. We feel each step that we make moves us, grounds us into the central plane of existence, and taps us into our soul's mission and purposes. We're not just like, flailing around doing X, Y, and Z trying to figure things out. We get real with ourselves. We start to channel the frequencies within that start to give us the wisdoms on where we would like to move and do and work vocationally, and both with all of our actions and day-to-day routines, habits, behaviors, all the different things that we do, our lifestyle choices as well too. It can help elevate them, because multidimensional living includes the higher Earth star chakra as well too. So the first one that it links you into, and we're going to get interstellar today, is it connects us into all of the sacred sites on the planet, regardless if we know their current names and certain forms and where they are. It pulsates those energetics. And after we completed the harmonic convergence in 1984, that set the tone to reach to 2012 at the end of the Mayan calendar. That current cycle started a new one. And through that process, when we reached 2012, that was the 87 to 2012 was like reactivating these light codes and getting the energies moving so that we could pulsate and move with the downloads of the sacred sites once again, meaning that when we go to these sites, there's a larger amount of influx of wisdoms, light codes, and energetics that will be emitting from them. It's like we turn them on again for what wisdoms had come before. Eventually, we're going to be rewiring some of these sites, and in some cases, building brand new ones as well, too. But it's a reactivation of those sites so that we can get the downloads when our hands make contact with the area, the land that we walk on, or the energetics in the fields around them. And so whether it's pyramids, Mayan temples, Machu Picchu, all these wonderful places, Easter Island, the whole bit, it connects us into the field of all of them. And there's so many more sacred sites around the planet. These sites have been nurtured and, fueled with countless pulsations and oscillations of metaphysical wisdoms. They're quite often built on power spots too, because there was already a high level of energetics going in on those areas, right? Big, powerful ceremonies, initiations into like the metaphysical schools, and deep healing has also taken place as well too. And so when we when we activate the higher Earth star chakra, we're pulling in the wisdoms of these sacred sites, which also shows us some of the lifetimes we've had on this planet. Maybe we felt that it was like ancient Sumerian, right? Or a lifetime at Uluru in Australia, stuff like that. There's lots of different stuff that's ebbing and flowing and pulsating through our being. And so we're tapping into that deep source of transmissions from the sacred sites. It's like we pull them closer to our being so that they can speak to us, talk to our higher self, and work with us in a deeper capacity to have that inner wisdom flow through us with ease. The next one I wanted to talk about was stargates. Ooh, gotta love these. There are 12 energetic stargates, 1 and 2. There are 12 energetic stargates on the planet, and each of them connect us to warp points in this solar system, in this region of the galaxy, going as far as Lyra, all over the place. Orion, to different planets, Neptune, Jupiter, places in our solar system as well too. One stargate can connect us to another spot in our solar system, plus somewhere else in the cosmos. Some of these are under nefarious purposes at this time. They've been taken from the human culture right now, away from us, and eventually we're going to reclaim them all. And then a few of them are in the Guardian Alliances as well too. These 12 energetic stargates have 12 signets that they work with, and we have not really been initiated into working with them at this point in time, nor I don't know if we could handle the responsibility that comes with turning on such an interdimensional stargate. The one in Lyra, the 12th dimensional one, is actually where the human form first came in and incarnated. It was not born as a baby, as a child. It came in as a full light body, which turned into a humanoid-like creature. It's pretty interesting stuff. So we have these 12 stargates on this planet, and for countless millennia, eons, there was different starships, beings, all sorts of transport, and different ways coming through these stargates and appearing onto Earth as well too. So it's a very special occurrence. So this is part of our galactic history, and it taps us into that. The other one is crop circle transmissions. They're all over the planet. We have a major condensed version of them in what we currently call the United Kingdom. And that whole area lays down these transmissions, which almost all of the crop circles, but not all of them, because some of them have some hidden agendas, but the majority of them are for transmissions from other star nations, bringing higher level energetics onto the planet to help us awaken and work through our ascension processes. So when we link in, imagine standing in the middle of a crop circle, right? They're very real. They're made by extra dimensionals, or interdimensionals as I like to call them. And they bring in these waves of wisdoms onto the planet for any particular subject under the galactic central sun. So we bring that each crop circle closer to us. That taps us into our natural sacred geometry, and we start to feel like we're being altered in beautiful ways, transfigured, so to say, in our cellular networks. So it's important. They're on here regularly and consistently, and there's a reason for it. The other one is pyramids. So we get tapped into the pyramidal structure of Earth. The triangle is one of the strongest forms, if not the strongest form, in the entire multiverse in this neck of the woods. And so the triangular form holds great power and stability and structure, which also helps with building our foundation as well too, right? Because that's super important. And as we call in this new foundation to help higher Earth Star chakra, maybe we're moving to a new home, where we've lost our place, jobs blowing up, gotta find this, lost a lover, it could be anything. That foundation gets cracked, and we want to fill that foundation back up so it's nice and strong, so that no matter what intensities come our way, we're able to lower the impacts of them and show up with grace and ease, right? They impact us less, and we feel grounded, not all spaced out during the process. We can get cosmic all we want, all day long, but you have this human vessel to attune with, and it's important to take it along for the ride. And so pyramids, some of them can have, in the past and in the future, it's all quantum, been used as starships. They can literally lift off the ground, fly around, and go through interdimensional travel. A lot of them have, deep chambers within them, and those energies are so cosmically attuned that the amount of healing frequencies that can come out of them, metaphysical initiations, the whole bit, can be very, very powerful. And this can rewire our entire human being, so we don't have to constantly live in discordant frequencies or distortions or physical discomforts, right? We weren't meant to just be constantly dealing with physical pain all the time. So pyramids are also beacons of light. They're all over the planet. There's thousands upon thousands of them all over. We're learning about new ones. Some are hidden from us. All sorts of things take place. And when I say they're a beacon of light, think of them like as a lighthouse for when other starships come over to see where to land onto Earth. So it's pretty cool stuff. They're energy generators. Even just building a pyramid in certain areas can draw water to itself, right? So you need water to sustain life on this planet as well too. Higher Earth Star chakra also is field coupling with Earth. So we're linking our feet into the ground, and then we're initiating that field coupling with the planet, which means you're sharing the energies, just like I would do during sessions. Clients laying on a treatment table, get my hands on the body, gentle touch, and then we're field coupling with myself and the client, and then myself with my feet and my hands are going to the earth, and the earth to the solar system, and the solar system to the Milky Way galaxy, etc., etc. It's all microcosm, macrocosmic effects, right? And so through that process, we're tapping into the morphogenetic fields, which helps us. That's the energy all around us, including our aura and all our subtle bodies, right? That energy field as well also contains our torus field. They're one and the same. And we want that central column of the torus field and its nuggets, all of its entry points below the navel, where that source comes out to then feed the energy into the morphogenetic fields and our torus field. That keeps all the energetics in check, and keeping that balance creates health, wellness, and harmonic equilibrium as well too. The more energy we can field couple from the earth, the more we can assist each other to remediate, recalibrate, and activate. We also have inner earth. So the higher earth star chakra connects us down into inner earth, which is a whole nother civilization with its own sun, with its own atmosphere, water, land, the whole bit. It's technically at 3.5D. That's why digging down there doesn't always get us exactly to where we need it to be. It's a combination of physicality and moving between the space between that and the astral plane as well too. There's full civilizations down there. It's known as Agartha. There's the Telosians that live down there as well too. You know, Talos, Mount Shasta, all that wonderful stuff. And so when we have undistorted civilizations living down there, it also connects us into that field, and we can get more information from them and work with these beings to receive transmissions about how to move through various aspects of our reality. Some of us have even had lifetimes in inner earth, so it taps us into that field as well too, so we can have rememberings of how we got to this present moment, the now. Oh, archangels and ascended masters. There's a whole slew of them, and they are amazing, and they can work with an infinite amount of beings once they reach that status at the same time. 30 to 48 strands of DNA makes an ascended master when you reach that true full potential level. In addition, the archangels, they've been working with this planet, them and the ascended masters, for countless eons. So they're a part of this dimension. And if you feel like you're speaking to the angels, whether it's Archangel Gabriel or speaking to like Saint Germain, and you're feeling the transmissions and the energies washing through you, and you want to get more out of it, you want to get in a deeper relationship with it, look no further to the higher Earth Star chakra to activate some of those transmissions, channeling, telepathic communication, mental energy pockets as well too of information that come and move through our being, and they help us for wherever we're at. Even if it's something as simple as like, I want to eat higher vibrational foods, or I'm moving into more organic fibers, natural fibers and stuff like that as well too. It could be absolutely anything. It could be healing deep-seated anger or fear. And of course, higher star chakra taps us into the bloodlines. What's going down in the ancestral lines from every time we've incarnated on this planet, which also includes going into the ancestries and our father and mother lines. There's great healing that needs to be done, and every time a new being comes to the center point to incarnate, such as right now as we are here, everything that came before us in the bloodlines is coming into the fold for it to be healed. So we might look at it as things that we've taken on or things to heal for ourselves, yes, but then it also has to do with the bloodline healing as well too. And this can really help show us our incarnations on this planet. Again, to unravel the Akashic records of what took place in our system, so we can figure out why we got to this point and what the heck we're doing here. We also have nature spirits, the elementals, the telluric realms, David kingdoms, and the plants. So the second dimension, which is nature in its entirety, and all the elementals that govern and work with the plants, the animals, etc., watching over the rocks and the whole bit. And this, of course, links into dragons as well, too. And as we're working with the telluric realms, we can feel like when I do sessions, there's so many animal spirits that come in, and the wisdoms that they can share. It's like pulling an oracle card, but based on the animal, right? And they want to work with us in a deep way, whether it's for omens or creating a new totem behind us with the animal growth of like working from the 3D right up to the 12D aspects of our reality. And that's another one I wanted to say with the stargates really quick. They actually, each stargate is one of the dimensions as well too. So it's really cool bringing that 12-dimensional matrix into the mix. And the animal spirits also have, and nature has the chemical elementals, which is the polarity of them. So anytime we have something really dense and dis-ease in the body, then that's where we need to move some of the chemical elementals off of our field in order to dive deeper into the healing frequencies as well too. There is so many gifts with nature, as well as the plants and herbal medicines and all of the wonderful tools for negative ion release and the whole bit that we can feel in the fields as well. It's pretty incredible working with nature as a whole. Nature is the one that brings equilibrium and inner peace. So working closely with it, and actually these are tools for practitioners too to bring into their sessions to elevate them. We're on a crystal planet, so we're working with the crystal kingdoms as well too. This whole entire planet is loaded with a massive amount of crystals. I don't know if we're supposed to be mining the entire planet and then piecemealing and selling it back. However, we clearly need these crystals at this time because for billions of years they've been encoding the human experience, and now they're here to heal. So each one is a fragment of our consciousness, creating the whole totality of everything. We have crystalline structure in our body, as well as crystals in our ears and other spots as well too. So there's not one thing in the human field or experience that a crystal can't help remediate, work on, or support. And so as we walk upon this planet, it is completely filled with crystals all over the place. You know, even some we don't know about that are below our cities and the whole bit right there. So it taps into how to work with them, how to unify them into our fields, and why we have them in our environment so much. This is all about getting the most out of these things as well too. We talked about the Akashic records of your lifetimes. How about of Earth's galactic history, right? This neck of the woods in this universe has been existing for no less than 950 billion years. So we've been around for a very, very long time. Times quantum. We even loop back into the past sometimes and into the future. So basically it's infinite at this point. And the Akashic records of Earth's galactic history helps us realize that we aren't alone in the universe, that there is star nations, that we've been visited on this planet, that there is cloning and shape-shifting going on, and that we've had interstellar trade and travel for a very long time, and that we've interbred with various star nations, and that our DNA is an amalgamation of a whole bunch of different star nations wrapped up into one. You know, it's hard to say the exact amount, but we have this 12-strand DNA complex, so there's at least 12 star nations that have inputted various crystalline features, illuminated features that they're being into us. I've heard the number 24 out there. The number is what it is. There's a lot of them that make us up, and we're a wide mix of it as well too. Plus, when we learn our history, we realize that in certain points of time, we were more advanced than we were here as well too. Now, we also have parallel Earth, which is in another dimensional plane of existence, and it's running concurrently with us at the same time. It taps into those energies. 5D New Earth, of course, because that's what we're building. Earth Star Chakra links us in, which is Tara, which is another 5D cousin planet in the stars. And then Gaia, which is 7D, plus Mother Earth and Mother Gaia consciousness, right? This planet is very much alive. Like, even just when you're in the ocean and you just feel the water moving and it just knows what to do, like, things are hyper alive in a lot of ways. How weather systems and universal law and energetics are played out on the planet. How we're moving around through space, but yet all of our objects on the planet aren't flying around all over. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. And how the Earth knows to grow everything to heal every ailment under the galactic central sun is pretty amazing. We know that we're here on Schoolhouse Earth, so it helps us work through our lessons. And the Cave of Creation, which is where a crystal, it's like there's a cave right after your soul gets into the earth plane before it makes its host parents. It's went through the Silver Gate portal. It decided what astrology blueprints it's going to make. It lined up all its spirit guides. Then it goes into this holding container for a bit, and then it enters the Cave of Creation, which has a crystal with your name on it. And it's not your earthly name, it's your more cosmic tonality words. It's like not even words, it comes out as sonar. I guess sonar, it's like tonality, it's sound waves. You're toning it into existence. And so, yeah, we're working with that in the Cave of Creation, and also links us to the Hall of Celebration after we exit the body and go through all matters of celebration after we've finished our incarnation. Of course, we have the 12-strand DNA complex on the planet, and this shows us how to activate our light body in big and more powerful ways. This is about omega metamorphosis. And then we have water consciousness, which is a very important one on this planet. We've been drinking, utilizing, and experiencing the same water on this planet since it first arrived here. And it just keeps recycling itself in the purest states possible, especially with all the environmental factors thrown at it in recent times as well too. Water consciousness is alive. It shifts and animates and moves and changes depending whatever we do. Put the word love in front of it, or you're feeling good, it responds. Now we're mostly made up of water, so if we're feeling angry, what happens? It turns all distorted and gets all funky for a while. And so it's important for us to stay connected to that water consciousness as well too, because it's permeating the whole planet, right? And as I said before, with the higher Earth Star chakra, this is the one that links us down into the Earth's iron crystal core. It's a grounding cord for stability, support, and feeling robust in our human vessel, as well as absorbing the nutrients from this planet in greater capacity. The minerals, the vitamins, the photosynthesis, the sun's rays, all of it, what we eat, what we breathe, and what we drink, all moves through us. And if we want to up the capacity to absorb maximum without needing as much, this is where it comes from. The higher Earth Star chakra locks that all into place so that our entire body systems can feel like it's maximizing the nutrients from wherever we go. And of course, like I said at the beginning, feeling ultra comfortable inside of this human vessel. And one crystal that's good to work with the higher Earth Star chakra is moldavite, because what it does is it helps us adjust to the Earth's vibration, especially for beings who have been off the planet, right? Starseeds, indigo children, beings who are here for the first time or very recently. It helps us adjust to the vibrations of Earth. That's the higher Earth Star chakra. Thanks for listening, everyone. If anybody would like to book in for any sessions, access my sacred services, both in person and distance, do my sessions exactly like you're in the Star Temple here where I'm recording, I will put my link down at the end of the video so that you have access to that as well too. And I do appreciate everyone for coming on here and listening to these wild transmissions. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and stay cosmic, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care.